Okay, so, last time on Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, we did the Ferrari 360 Sprint. And basically what I'm now going to do is I'm going to make sure I avoid using the Ferrari 360 Spider for our next event because I just used it for the last two. Anyways, it is now time for the V8 multi-track knockout. Nothing but V8 engines in this race knockout. Take your BMW Z8, Ferrari 360 Spider, definitely not using that again, or Ford SVT Mustang Cobra R against 6 other opponents. Finish second or better to advance. Well, I think I'm going to use the Mustang for this just because I believe, since I've not used the Mustang for a while, this is probably the best shot I'm going to get of using this thing again, so yeah. So from that front, I'm using the Mustang Cobra. In other words, I'm using a snake. So it's a 6-race championship, and we begin here at Desert Heat 2. And in terms of our competition, we've got 2 BMWs, 2 Ferraris, and 3 Mustangs. Let's go to the race itself. Alright, here we go. And getting a pretty reasonable start, as we're all driving cars with V8 motors. And already up into 5th position, and yep, there was a pile-up. There was definitely a pile-up of some sort through there, right before the second right-hander. Someone definitely made a crucial error there, whilst we were just running along minding our own business. And already it looks like the leader is taking a shortcut that's probably not going to work, because, well, it's regarding my recent experience of this whole thing, and no, it doesn't work, because they basically rejoin back where they were before, if not further behind. So yeah, I don't think I've officially used the Mustang since the US versus UK knockout, when I was competing against Aston Martins with this thing, and yet somehow, in spite of the Aston Martin's superior stats in almost every department compared to the Mustang Cobra, I somehow managed to pull off the unthinkable. And I just had a top speed of 163 down the stretch, as I overshoot the corner, but it's okay because we still have a long way to go in this championship. And what I also think is there's going to be plenty of time for me to dominate this series, as I am using a very beneficial shortcut that will keep me in the lead, as I'm getting a little bit loose there on the corner exit. A little snap of oversteer as I was locking the brakes, and almost getting booted out of the way there by one of the Ferraris. Basically, all 3 cars at the moment are running 1st, 2nd and 3rd. I doubt it's going to stay that way. Dom is 2nd, followed by Alexis. Then it's Ashley who's running in 3rd, taking another exterior road that I don't think is going to benefit them. and they're taking the shortcut, so something tells me that's not going to work very well for them either. Either way, I still continue to lead this race. I also know that is a shortcut the AI will not benefit from, as I overshoot the corner, but it's okay because I still lead. I'm also pretty sure I just saw my guy looking in the mirror as well. But overall, I'm still in full concentration mode. I know this is going to be a long championship after doing my research on the NFS wiki, crossing into the sandstorm section. And now we've got 2 Mustangs in the top 3. I figured the running order was not going to stay that way for too long, but either way, I am running away with this thing at the moment. And also hitting some shrews, but it's okay because I still continue to lead. They've not slowed me down. And heading straight for this short shoot again, and not just for air points. It looks like the rest of the field is following me because they know this is the superior route to take. And that's a rock. And now I just lost the lead. And this is probably going to be the first time I've actually lost a race as a result of my errors. Well, it was bound to happen sooner or later. I'll take second.
You've qualified for the next round of knockout competition!
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right. This is a knockout tournament. I actually forgot that. Oh well. I'll take second in the first race because points don't matter here. I really thought for sure I was going to unlock something, but apparently not. Oh well, anyway. Yes. And not saving it because I might have to do this again at some point. Well, I finished second in the first race, but I'm not going to fuss about it because I got through to the next round. And that is all that really matters. Survival. Whoever wins the last race wins the series overall. Because I will have not been eliminated. I mean, I would like to get some wins on the board, but I'm okay with finishing higher than my main rivals because it shows that I am in this, of course, for the big picture. And that big picture is me basically trying to finish in whatever positions I can salvage, as I'm getting some air points. I'm still behind Dom at the moment, but it's okay because there is plenty of time for me to take over the lead. I also don't mind finishing second as long as I know there's still plenty of time for me to make up the deficit. But then again, as I said before, this isn't a points championship. It's a matter of survival. And basically, what that survival tells you to do is keep you in contention, basically. And just getting a little nudge there from the outside wall. Although then again, Dom basically is in the superior car compared to me, but it's okay because there's still plenty of time for me to make it through to the final round. It's just a matter of me holding on for survival in the first 5, and then if I do get to the final race, then what that means is I'll be able to move on to my next event. And slowing down for those 2 left-handers as I'm getting some air points. And also getting some style points as well, I might add. Some huge air, apparently, is what I'm getting. Also taking this shortcut because I know this shortcut might help me. And now we've just got 1 corner left to negotiate. We can pretty much go flat out through here. And up the hill we go. As I just hit a top speed of 163. Apparently. Anyway. Still ahead of Dom, who is basically all over my ass in his piss yellow Ferrari. But I still managed to hold on to a slim lead as I upshift, getting some more air points as well, and tapping the brakes into the corner so I don't spin out. Gotta keep it tight through these corners if you want to negotiate. I can definitely say Dom is giving me a good run for my money. And I can also show, of course, that when he won the previous race, it was not a fluke. Because he did have a fast car, and he basically knew when I was going to choke. Whilst in some cases, it might be a little disappointing to think I didn't win. Again, this is not a points championship. It's purely an elimination championship. It's simply a matter of survival and not finishing last for the first 5 races, and then once you get to the final race, then you can basically shake your stuff, is what I think. But as long as I don't get eliminated, then I'm basically fine with finishing not first, as long as it keeps me in contention. And yes, I think about this because even though there aren't any points up for grabs, I know that there is still a matter of track position for me to make this one the clincher. And it looks like I probably will win the second race of the V8 multi-track knockout, and hitting a top speed
You qualified for the next round of knockout competition.
of 164 at the line, and I win race 2, and well, what an upset. So basically, Dom, who won the first race, winds up finishing last in the second race. What a sense of irony. First in the first race, and yet last in the second race. Immediately eliminating who would have been my main contender. Anyway. That's all that. Still, I gotta say, whoever was in that Ferrari behind me, he definitely gave me a run for my money. I think it was probably Dom. Because I'm pretty sure it was Dom who won the first race, but then he wound up being eliminated from the second race because, well, he basically went from first to last in the matter of just one race. But again, I was just lucky to survive. It's also because, well, personally speaking, I've always loved this Mustang. Out of all the generations I can think of, the 4th generation to me probably has to be my favourite model. I mean, if you can basically give me any 4th generation Mustang that works, then I'm basically down for it. Because that's just how much I love it. Okay, go a little bit further. And... okay, yeah, that should do it. Alright. Let's move on to our 3rd race. Dom, after winning the first race, has now been eliminated, along with Ashley, who got eliminated in the first round. 5 of us remain. Both Ferraris are now out of this thing, so now it's just a matter of Ford versus BMW. Who will win? Detroit or Stuttgart? Only time will tell. At least I think BMW is based in Stuttgart. Although I could be wrong. I just know BMW is German, that's all. Anyways. We are now at Coastal Parklands. And already the BMWs get the jump off the line. We've got 2 Z8s and 3 Mustangs in this race, as both Ferraris have now been eliminated. I honestly thought for sure Dom was going to be my main rival for this thing, but he's not even there anymore. Giving a little push there to one of the Beamers to take the position, and yep, I just had to fuck myself. Go me for being an intellectual dumbass. And also a coward, probably. Well, at least I can say this road is faster than going through the tunnel. Even then, of course, if my execution on taking the shortcut was extremely poor. Yeah, my car at the moment does not look too hot, if I do say so myself. Well, anyway. Oh, nope. Haha, I almost fell for it, and I hit a top speed of 168. As I do a little damage there to my right hand side. But it's okay because I still have plenty of time to catch up to the leaders. And one of the Mustangs is ahead of me. Well, I'm honestly amazed to say that I'm not in last at the moment. Alright, anyways. second lap, and just hoping to not finish in last as a result of my abysmal execution when taking the shortcut on the previous lap. And now I'm up to third, looking for second. I do now take second place. I'm not going to take the shortcut this time around because I could not see where the entry was, which probably explains why my entry was so poor, and nobody opts for the shortcut this time around, as I now take the lead on pure speed. And yep, that is a wall. But it's fine, because I'm leading. I don't need to win in order to make it through to the next round. I just need to survive. Is all I need to do. Oh, I just improved on my top speed. I think I hit 172 in terms of my new top speed, although previously my top speed was 168. But anyway, I lead here at Coastal Parklands, as we've only got one corner left to negotiate. Another corner which you can basically take flat out. Not like that, obviously, but anyways, 2 wins to me.
You've qualified for the next round of knockout competition.
And 2 Mustangs finishing 1-2. Let's fucking go. The Mustangs finish first and second at Coastal Parklands. And Alexis had the highest average speed of all of us, and my top speed in the end of that was 171, slowly beaten by Wayne's 172. Probably because his car was in better nick than mine was. And Mika is now out of this. So, best lap time, best overall time. We are now halfway there with the V8 multi-track knockout. Let's hope we can keep this momentum going, as we are now at Outback. And then there were 4. 3 races remain, and I can confidently assure you I will easily be using the Air Force Base, so I can get my early advantage. Passing through the toll gate, and there's the loading area. Now I just need to find my entry to the ramp. Here it is. As I immediately take over the lead. I'm also going to make sure I use these shortcuts to full effect, because I can get style points by doing this. And that's a wall. But anyway, it does get me out in the lead, gives me the early advantage as well. Oh, I actually went straight through the minecart tracks. That was very nearly a disaster. I almost went head-on into the rocks on that second entry, but it's okay because I got through unscathed, and I also managed to keep my car straight for the first part of that shortcut. Could probably also take this as a shortcut as well, but don't need to risk it too soon, as I run straight into the rock. But it's okay because we've still got plenty of time in this race, and hopefully I can manage to achieve some good results. whilst also not being totally blinded by the sandstorm. Wow. What the hell happened to the last place car? I have no idea what went on behind, but the last place car is more than 30 seconds behind the rest of us. How the hell is that possible? I've got no idea how that is possible. Well, anyway. I continue to lead here at Outback. The Mustangs are currently running first and second over the Beamers. And whoever the last placed car is, he's slowly starting to close in, but I think he might be out of it. Judging by how far behind he is. Oh, it's 1. 1 is the car in last. He must have had a horrible crash somewhere, is what I think. Anyways, I lead the first lap and get 10.4k, and just like that, I smash into the toll gate. Well, I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. But at least it proves I'm still in this thing. 1 is definitely closing in on us. Although it does kind of suck to say that I literally wrecked myself in front of the toll gate. I had no idea what Wayne was doing there, but it was not going to work, whatever he was trying. Oh, fuck me. Okay. It's alright, it's fine, we're back under control again. I've also got plenty of time to get back into this thing, so we are not dead yet. Whilst I get some more air points and narrowly avoid botting. And I also narrowly avoid getting botched by that same rock again. Wayne is now the leader. The Mustangs are currently running first and second. It would certainly be wonderful if we could get another 1-2 finish. Then that means the Mustangs would be the superior cars here. As I now take a cheeky little shortcut there. There's also no rules that says I can't take that shortcut. It's always important to find loopholes over what rules you both can and can't do in racing, and that's one of the things that says I can do that, because shortcuts are everything when it comes to the determination of race winning results. And this, I think, is just one of those instances. But anyway. Hitting 150 as I go through these curbs, and I just hit a top speed of 170 down the stretch. Did not think that was going to happen. But either way, I am still leading here at Outback as I've now retaken the lead. Wayne is closing in, but it doesn't look like he's going to do anything about it. 1 has managed to catch back up to us, but I think he's out of time to stop us from finishing where we would finish. And there we go, I get my third win in a row.
You've qualified for the next round of knockout competition.
And the Mustangs have once again finished 1-2. As I won this race in the end by less than 3/10. So, 1 is now out of it. He must have also set a blistering lap time on that second lap, because he was way faster than the rest of us. Well, anyway. Moving on. And I'm right behind the time I set in the Ferrari. That's understandable. Didn't think I was going to be faster than the Ferrari anyway. Anyways, let's move on. 2 races to go. And then hopefully we can win this again. Alright, so 2 Mustangs, 1 BMW Z8 remain. There is only 3 of us left, but only 2 can make it to the final round. And that will all be answered here at Calypso Coast. Who will win? We'll find out in about probably 6 minutes' time. Already off to a decent start, as I would have expected, leading over Wayne and Alexis. And already getting the early jump on the AI by using the cobblestone roads as my shortcut. And dragging the wall just a little bit there, but still able to keep my car under control. And heading through the trees, that's also a pretty useful shortcut. And on the brakes here at the hairpin, as we are now heading into town, where these concrete houses are. And getting a little loose there on those bumps, but still able to keep myself in good nick for now. I've not had any big crashes yet. Which is a good thing. And I had to overshoot the corner entry. Anyways, as we are now heading over this very steep bridge, and basically right when I shift up, the game basically splits me away from the cutscene that would have happened. Fuck me. Well, I almost made it. I came close at least. I just wasn't quite close enough. Oh well, it's fine. I wound up retaking the lead anyway. Oh, okay, it doesn't skip at that time. As I got some huge air points, and got 7,800 in terms of NFS points I've accumulated from this race. And my first lap is led, as already Alexis dips straight to the cobblestone. I'm also going to dip to the cobblestone because this road benefits me more. And they did not bother to take the second part of the cobblestone road, probably because they weren't brave enough to do it. But anyway, I still lead here at Calypso Coast 2, and cutting through the trees because I can gain some crucial tenths here. And getting a little bit of oversteer there on the exit, but still able to keep my car under control as I'm now driving across the boardwalk. And getting some big air points there as I continue to hold on to my lead. It's either going to be 2 Mustangs going head to head, or it's going to be myself and the BMW going head to head. Whoever finishes first and second in this race is going to wind up being the 2 drivers who go to the final round. Hopefully one of those drivers will be me, but... oh. You know, that's actually pretty weird, knowing that the huge air cutscene just decided to cut itself. Okay, well, anyway. Can I please just get here? Can I please just thread the needle through this shortcut? Because for once in my life that would be nice. We are very much jockeying for position now. This is definitely going to be a crazy ending. And it looks as though it's going to be between myself and Wayne. I don't think Alexis is going to catch up to us now. And slotting myself on the inside, back up into the lead I go. And am I going to set a new best lap time? Yes, I will.
You've qualified for the next round of knockout competition.
Alrighty, I am through to the final round. So, won by less than a second over Wayne, and Alexis, as a result of her last-minute mistake, she came home last. Okay, those are your stats, blah blah blah. Let's move on to our final race now. So, here we go. Final race of the V8 multi-track knockout. It's going to be mano-y-mano between me and Wayne. 2 Mustangs are all that's left, as we now get going here at Island Outskirts. And we begin on the Golden Gate Bridge. Alright, let's go! As I already get some Need for Speed points on the board because I start on pole. This is a race I simply cannot afford to lose. I need to win this race in order to win the event overall. I've won most of the battles in this so far. Had it not been for a last-minute error at Desert Heat, I probably would have won that race as well, but it's fine because I had plenty of time to get back to my winning spree, and I basically did go on a winning spree. Even though it did take plenty of circumstances in order for me to make it work. But either way, it's fine, because I'm feeling pretty good about this. I have no idea what Wayne was trying to do there. I don't think that road is going to benefit him that much, and no it doesn't. It's much easier to take the inside road than it is the outside road. Even though the map doesn't show the shortcuts. Doesn't show any shortcuts in fact, but it's a bit bizarre to say that the map itself shows where the actual corner is, but yet drivers basically still decide to go through that corner anyway probably because they were looking for lap validation or something. Or it could just be because they're on the normal course and not the reverse course. But anyway. This is a race I cannot afford to lose if I'm going to clear this. But even though I'll probably be able to restart the race anyway, if I do get eliminated, I know it's one of those races which I need to win in order to win the war. Looks like this is going to be a sub 3-minute lap. Looking pretty good at the moment. And ultimately, as a result of me taking the high line did manage to help me there, and yet this is a 3-minute lap. 3 minutes 2 seconds to be precise. So I'd imagine my second lap is probably going to be a sub 3-minute time. At least. So just trying to stay ahead of Wayne, trying not to make a mess of myself in the palm trees, as we're now onto the highway section. Doing pretty well at the moment, as my highline antics do manage to help me stay ahead. Wayne is still right on my ass, but it's okay because I've been the best Mustang throughout this whole thing, and dragging the concrete slabs there for a moment just so I don't lose control of my car. And I just noticed there was a stone brick wall in that corner. Probably must be to protect drivers from the rocks that are likely falling above. Anyway, I did a little misshift. I think that's a word. Well, anyways, I missed a shift when I was going through the corner, but it's okay because I am still in the lead. And hopefully, if it's possible, I can manage to stay in the lead. Hopefully. So Wayne is going to cut to the bottom side. Oh, okay. He's following me on the high side. Doesn't look like he's going to get any advantage from doing this. And just using a little bit of engine braking there through those few corners. And getting some more air points in the process. And now, final corner, got plenty of room to make it through, can easily go flat out through here, and there we go, another knockout is won.
You've won the knockout!
Yeah, I won the knockout.
Impressive! You have just won the V8 Multi-Track Knockout.
Oh. The announcer actually said impressive for once. I would gladly take that, by the way. Alrighty then. And I've now got over 1.3 million NFS points. And my best lap time was more than 6/10 faster than Wayne's. I think that just goes to show who was clearly faster overall. Huh, and I also got the higher top speed as well. 163. Compared to Wayne's 156.
You've beaten the lap record for this track. You set a new course record.
Yeah. And we don't win anything else. Oh well. It's fine. Another series event is won, and also another knockout is now crossed off. So, let's now move on to our next event, which is going to be another 6-race tournament. More specifically, the 400 brake horsepower plus tournament will be our next event.